Kellerman has one of his worst takes ever, possibly even worse than the take that Kawhi Leonard would get the last shot over LeBron James and Kobe Bryant.
Yes, Kawhi is better than Kobe was.
Perhaps even worse than Tom Brady's going to fall off a cliff and be a bum.
Tom Brady's just about done. It could be his next game he plays, it could be a year from now, but he is going to fall off a cliff.
He said out of his own mouth that he has no problem with pro athletes going back to college and playing collegiate sports.
Who cares if an NBA player goes back to college? I wouldn't have cared 20 years ago. I don't care now. Great, go back to college. If you have eligibility to play, play in college. What is that? Why is everyone bent?
Just because things change does not mean they are changing for the better. An individual who has played professional sports has no business playing in college versus 18 and 19-year-olds who are fresh out of college, or even 20, 21-year-olds who are juniors and seniors. I don't have a problem with somebody being older, provided they've never played that sport professionally, right? So let's just say you go pro in baseball doesn't work out, and then you wind up playing college basketball, college football at 27, 28 years old. I don't have an issue with that because you weren't playing that same sport professionally. Like, I don't have a problem with you playing professional sport A and then going to college and playing professional sport B, because you don't have an advantage in that particular sport because that's not the sport that you are a professional in. However, if you are in the NBA D League, or you're playing overseas, or you signed a 10-day contract with an NBA team, but you didn't really play like that, and then you say, you know what, this is not working out, I'm going to go back to Kentucky. No. There has to be a line drawn somewhere. And the reason why, I don't think Max Kellerman has even considered this, but the moment that we already have the NIL and people are literally signing contracts and being paid all this money and they're moving all around every 5 seconds, that's already taken away some of the charm of college sports. But the moment you say that now professionals can go back to college because they'll be more successful in college and make almost the same amount of money, if not more, what you're doing is destroying the whole college charm. You don't even realize that by allowing this, you are essentially destroying college sports. You're going to eventually turn college football into NFL Europe or the USFL. You're going to eventually turn college basketball into the G League, which nobody watches. That's what I don't think people are considering. Eventually, what's going to happen is you are going to ruin college sports. College sports is going to become basically developmental pro leagues, and nobody watches developmental pro leagues. The whole charm of college is that these are kids who are growing and learning, and they have an attachment to that school, they have an attachment to that community, and you're watching them grow in real time, and yes, some of them will become professional. But it's entertaining because there's a clear distinction. These are young people. These are not professionals. But the moment you allow all these professionals to play with the children, once again, the college basketball becomes the G League. Nobody watches the G League. College football becomes NFL Europe or the USFL. People don't watch those. Because if you're going to watch professionals, you watch the premier professional league. Eventually, this greed and this money and these lack of standards is going to ruin college sports.